Well, Christopher started working on the sunshades. It's not a very good time of day to be doing that. He was up early though before the sun came up, but by 7 it's too late to do much. But this is going to block out a lot of the sun that comes in our dining room, which is wonderful. I'm processing the rest of my dill today. In the desert, we can grow winter herbs and summer herbs. And the winter I grow dill, cilantro, and parsley. And then the summer I plant basil. And that's about it, basil in the summer. You can grow oregano and rosemary and thyme all year round. But I've always been searching for a way to preserve the herbs, and drying them doesn't seem to work well for me. You don't get the flavor, and it's a lot of work. So I found out making herb butter is a great way to preserve and have fresh herbs all winter or all summer. And so I mix the herbs with softened butter in a food processor and then roll it into a log and put it in the freezer, and you can just slice off as much as you need to season your vegetables with. Dill's really good with carrots, dill butter, or put a slice on top of a steak or a piece of fish. Piece of fish is better, really. And the cilantro is good with scrambled eggs, any kind of Mexican food. So I've been chopping down some of my dill, and I'll be making herb butter later today. I took my parsley last week and cilantro along with some mint and made a chimichurri sauce, which is wonderful on steaks, and I'm going to freeze some of that. It's a labor-intensive job, but it's really good. It's good with lamb, too. Here goes Christopher, still working on that sunshade. I think it's about time to go inside for the day. Siestas are great in the desert. Work in the morning, lunch, siesta, and then work again in the afternoon. Oleanders, they grow in California. They plant them along medians on highways, and we use them a lot in the desert. Poisonous to animals, but they give a lot of color in the spring. I like the white ones. This is my pomegranate tree. I do nothing to this, and it produces pomegranates every year. It already has some small ones on, and just beautiful orange blossoms in the spring. I like to sprinkle the seeds over a salad. Here's more of those oleanders I planted as a barrier between our house and the one next door. I just think they're gorgeous. They remind me of a wedding dress. Kind of messy, but they're worth it. Roxy, what are you up to? Are you helping Grandpa? Have you been helping Grandpa? Good morning. It is May the 11th? It could be the 12th. I lose track. We actually made a lot of progress in the last 2 weeks. May not look like it yet, but everything sort of comes together eventually. The guys were out yesterday and put the final coat on the cool deck and cut out a portion to give us a better shape here to work with, and tied all the 3 pads together, so that looks a lot better. Christopher and Jim are out this morning digging the trench for our electrical lines that will provide light around the perimeter of the yard and also for the structure. This is not fun. I was up earlier. I don't work in the sun. I work when it's shady. So I get up early. I'm a morning person, and they're not really. Roxy's helping as much as she can. She likes to give kisses when you're in the most awkward position and can't do anything about it. So here's our big surprise. It may not look big, but we're really happy about it, and it really adds a lot to the yard. I think it has sort of an Angkor Wat quality to it. I know that's a stretch, but that's how we do things around here. Angkor Wat is in Cambodia. It's an ancient Hindu. It's a complex of Hindu temples built in the 12th century. So this you know, once we get the gravel and the landscaping around, it's going to look a lot better. On this pad, I think we'll put two chairs, recliners, and our boulders have been ordered, and I think we can have those delivered next week and place those. We won't be able to put our gravel down until we get our brickwork done. And we have contracted with someone to build the wall, and we're still working on Jim to get a final okay on letting someone else lay the brick. He thinks he can do it all, and he can't. It's just too much. Just digging the trenches for the electrical lines is all he needs to do. Here's a better picture of the boys. It's a really awful job they have. The sun is creeping into this area, so they're going to have to stop pretty soon. I'm hoping the crepe myrtle blooms soon, and I have some hollyhocks here. The bougainvillea is coming out. This is where the wall goes. And here's another shot of the cool deck. This is really hard work, isn't it? We chose I like the color we chose for the back wall, or for the house. It's called Ethiopia, and we've just, you can see splotches of it here. We're still working on that, but we're actually making progress, and I think the wall will start either the first week of June or the third week. The contractor wasn't quite sure when he could get out here. But I'm thinking by the end of July, everything should be completed except the structure. So that's where we are today. The weather's heating up, it's supposed to be 100 this weekend. So I get up at 5, work till 7, and that's it. See you next week. Bye.